Everyone just F. What happened? Okay. All right. Are we going? Are we here? Are we back? Hey, sorry about that. My internet's finicky here. But we're back. I don't know where I dropped off.
I think you can keep going.
Okay.
We're
Well,
just
I'm going to
talking
keep
about
going.
Shockwave.
Okay, why isn't this playing anymore? Oh, let's go to live. Okay. There we go. Okay, hi again. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's go into this more here. This one is like one of my favorite shots. Just all of this dirt flying into the air. Like, it looks so cool. That I really like. Okay, then we did this ballistic one. So this one, we actually tried to do it in the same time, but it's very dangerous because these things can fly thousands of feet. And to make it safe, we decided to do the shrapnel test separate and isolated. And basically, we were able to calculate how fast the shrapnel would be going from an explosion of that size and recreate it using these pipes. So this is actually going at the speed that shrapnel would be flying from that explosion that we created, which is 1,940 kilometers per hour, which is insane.
Yeah.
Insane. Like, I knew it would be devastating. I didn't know how much. Oh, Luby Bryce and Ricky Rodriguez, thank you. I will never leave you again, Ricky. Ever. Ever.
Until you earn it.
I see. Thank you. I like how you had to pay $2 to tell me that. Thank you. Oh, Eric, what are you using to make 3D effects?
To do 3D animation, I use Cinema 4D, and then usually I bring that 3D animation into After Effects, and then I usually comp that into whatever scene, or I use After Effects for my main compositing tool.
So the Squid Bear asked how much do those dummies cost. I don't remember exactly. I think they're a little over $1,000, like up. Well, not little. They're like closer to $2,000 each.
Yeah.
We could only afford 3 of them, and also one thing that's difficult with them is the sun starts actually wearing away at the gelatin. So there's a funny thing. I don't know if it's in the behind the scenes, but there's a funny scene somewhere where it's just a bunch of people holding umbrellas over these ballistics dummies in the desert to try and keep them in the shade. But they are really cool. Why'd you take my watch out?
Bear's freaking out.
Oh, because of the reflection?
Yeah.
Now everyone can see. Look at my skin color. This is just how pale I am. Smarty Bun. How much did everything cost? I said it earlier in the stream. I don't feel comfortable saying exactly how much because I don't know if I'm allowed to. But it was more than... I'll say this. It was more than $100, less than $1 million.
Price is right.
Yeah. That's how much it was.
$999.
But these ballistic dummies are really, really great. They are really good for showing how projectiles react to the human body. Obviously, they're not great for some things because a human body, and you might not know this, but is not completely full of flesh. You have empty cavities in your body. Maybe it's just organs. These, besides where the organs and the bones are completely filled with gelatin. So to be able to see the surface tension and how things react to that and are absorbed, the kinetic energy is absorbed, that's what ballistics dummies are great for. And that's what we use them for. Mm-hmm. Robert Roper, my dad. Why aren't you at the office working? Hey, Dad. Because we're filming an episode of Minefield at the office, so I have to be here at my house. Dad. Leave me alone, Dad. I'm 18 now. I can do whatever I want. I love you, Dad. Okay. So, let's keep going. We're making progress. Oh, this shot took a long time to set up because I thought it'd be really cool to have a camera mounted to the side of the car door and then I'd close it and drive off in one take. Mm-hmm. It didn't work out, but it took probably like 2 hours to mount that camera to the thing. Yeah. Which was fun.
Because it was raw. It's raw sheet metal, basically, so it's not the best.
Oh, sorry. You can't see anything again. I keep doing that. Oh, let me go back. I'm sorry, guys. I'm the worst. This shot. There we go. That one. That's the scene I was talking about. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I'm a terrible person. My dad's probably disappointed in me now.
He left, actually.
Ooh, Crimson Wolf. Where did we get the soundtrack from? So my friend Wes Borland, who's the lead guitarist of Limp Bizkit, made the original score. For some stuff, we had to use stock music, just because like he finished the score and then we had to go in and re-edit some stuff, so the timing didn't work anymore. So we had to replace some things. But the majority of the music, probably 90% of it, is an original composition by Wes Borland.
Yeah.
And I was very happy that he was able to do it. So that was really cool. So let's keep going. What's a cool shot? Oh, so this one is, here's again, Rose not driving. She's just pressing on the pedal. The car's not even on. There I'm driving. Probably at like 15 miles per hour. Not that fast, for safety's sake, because I'm not a professional stunt driver. What's some other cool stuff? Oh, one shot I want to get to that I really love is this graphic that Eric did. Where is it? It's coming up. Sorry, we're just grubbing through. Well, this graphic Eric made is incredible. Eric did a really lovely job with this, showing deuterium 17. Mm-hmm. Deuterium and hydrogen 17. Gosh, I can't even think. This graphic I love. Do you want to talk about this one, Eric?
Sure. So it's a it's a practical shot that we did, which I knew we were going to have to make this graphic. So we had the ultimate arm basically shooting Jake and then pull away in a wide profile shot. And then I basically, this is all After Effects, like kind of sliced the ground in half and moved Jake up. So we're like, it's like we're looking underneath the ground. I think it turned out really cool. Jake wanted to put a squid tentacle in there.
It didn't have to be a squid. Any kind of cephalopod tentacle underground I thought would be a nice thing because I love sea monsters and I wanted a sea monster.
I said no multiple times.
You did say no. Thanks. Thanks, Eric. So that's the graphic. Then we zoom back in. So, do you want to skip this section?
Now we can talk about it.
All right, let's talk about the day for night section.
So let's start with the car shot because that actually looks good.
The whole thing looks good, Eric.
A little bit more.
I think it's after this. Yeah. We'll get into it.
So in the Mad Max Fury Road, a big part of their thing was their day for night shots, was basically filming during the day and then changing the colors in post to make it look like it's nighttime. So we wanted to replicate that in this as well. And so this is how we shot it. And on this frame, we switch over to night mode, which is basically adjusting all the colors. So the top half is really dark, and then there's another half of the video on top of that that's really light. So there's a gradient that goes away all the way across the entire frame. And the headlights are just lens flares and some added yellows. And I added stars and a moon. So that one was pretty easy.
I got to do real quick.
What's that?
There's some super chat homies. Seasick Barry, thank you. That's very nice of you. I do have a lot of fun with these, and I really honestly do hope I get to make more Seasick, because like this is my dream. This is our dream, is to make stuff like this. Yeah. So I really hope I can make more of them. And then Patrick, hello from Germany. I haven't been to Germany in a long time. And thank you. Yeah, it being free is so, because why make things if nobody can watch them? Yeah. I want to make things so everybody can watch them. That's the whole point of doing this. It's allowing us to share ourselves and share our creativity with the world. And if I have it limited, well, that doesn't seem as exciting to me, because then I can't focus as much time on it. That was a big thing to me. If I make things that are behind a paywall, well, then I still have to make other things too. So I have to divide my time. I'd rather focus all of my time on one project so I can make it the best thing I possibly can. Yeah. Sorry, now back to the day for night.
So these were shot, basically you see it later in the shot about how we actually shot it. So I basically blew out the background when we were shooting it so that I could key out the white and get a nice edge on Jake. So that's how we actually shot it. And then in After Effects, I basically did the same procedure that I did with the car, and I did it for this as well.
Come here. Sit, buddy. Fajita, sit. Sit, leave Barry out.
Dog wrangling.
Yeah, the dogs are trying to play, but come on, buddy. I know. You're just a little kid.
And yeah, this is a pretty difficult shot just because of the length of it. And it was basically just a lot of keyframing, trying to get Jake's face to look right. And this is another, basically the same thing as the car shot. Just added lots of lens flares and lights and just dropped the exposure and made it blue.
Elan, I hate Jake. Well, that's not very nice. because I love you, so I guess this is a weird kind of relationship that we have. All right. So, the Moon Man, what is this? This is your life now. It's just a live stream of Eric and myself talking about a video that you hopefully watched on Vsauce 3. Okay. Let's keep going. So we have a nice little flashback of Roe there.
I love that shot.
That is a good shot.
I like it a lot.
That's just a giant like HMI coming through the window with it boarded up and stuff. So let's keep going. I want to go to one shot in particular that I really love that Eric did, which is this one coming up.
Yeah, big conversation at the beginning is how we were going to do this mesa shot. So yeah, this is basically a mountain, a 3D mountain that we rendered out, and then I comped it into this shot of Jake. So the actual shot is there's nothing there. It's just a hill, and Jake's walking towards the sun, and I comped in 2 mountains on either side.
Yep, so that's all fake.
Yeah.
But Eric did a great job, and then he had to do some rotoscoping.
Rotoscoping Roe's car
coming in. So Battlefront, we filmed this the end of June. We started pre-production in May, which is when I wrote it and all that stuff, and then we filmed it end of June and a little bit in July. And then, yeah, finished it beginning of September, I think.
Yeah.
So we have that there. This other shot I love. What? Tell us, how'd you film this shot, Eric?
Yeah. So that's basically the same mountain we saw with Jake walking up. It's the same mountain, but with, I think, a 14 millimeter virtual camera looking up at the bottom, looking up at the water pipe, I guess.
Yes, this is completely fake. Nothing
Yeah.
about this shot is real. This is all fake. The tree in the front that's kind of blowing in the wind, that's fake. Pipe is fake. Water's fake. Mountain's fake. Nothing's real in that shot. That's all fake. P.S. Are you going to make this into a series? Battlefront, again, I really hope so. It really is dependent on how well the video does. That's the metric that we've been given by YouTube. So I really hope it does well. I mean, obviously I want people to watch it, but I selfishly want to make more of these. So I hope it does well so we can make more of them. So again, I've said this so many times and I apologize, but it really is important to share it if you liked it. And God, this makes me just want to die. And really hit that notification bell because it actually is important. As much as I don't like telling people to do things like that, it is really important to actually do get the videos. Because as you noticed, videos don't really come into your subscription feed anymore because algorithm. So I hope I can do more. All right.
Somebody asked you if you can make a day shot or a night shot day. No. It's not enough light.
Someone asked, describe performing well. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I wish I did. I have no idea. We're just sitting and waiting. Ideally, we're hoping that we'd start pre-production on a series if we get to that point literally in like a week or two. Because there's a lot of movies that come out next year, like Avengers and Men in Black, that I want to be able to release our videos alongside. So it's really important that we start because it's going to take about 6 months in total to make 8 to 10 episodes. So we really got to get started soon. So I really hope I get to make more of them. This is, I don't know, I keep repeating myself. It's a dream. And I'm really happy about it. Ooh, this is a good one from Crimson Wolf. Is there a shot that if you could redo now, you would?
I was wondering if you were going to pick that out. Yeah, it would be the day for night stuff. The close-ups of Jake. We were just kind of running out of time, and it was like the last shots we did because we had to have the edit locked before I could do the effect, just in case there were changes. So yeah, I think I would redo those if I had the chance, but I still think they're good.
Yeah, and then there was Julia had a good question that was, are there deleted scenes? Yeah, so actually one of the initial ideas that we had was to make a director's cut and release that as well, but we weren't able to. But there's about 6 minutes of video that was cut out from the final video that you're watching. There was some more science stuff, there was some more like flashbacks and just more action, but we trimmed it just to make it more cohesive and exciting. But I would love to someday do a director's cut. I think that'd be really fun. Okay. So let's go to, there's Roe We get to see her now. It's revealed. Oh no, spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen it yet. And then also, that's fake. Everything's fake. Nothing's real.
The cake is a lie.
The cake is a lie. So this shot, I was actually really proud of Eric for this one because I don't think you've ever done liquid simulations as sophisticated as this before.
Not to this degree, yeah.
So this is all simulated.
So this shot is actually in a program called RealFlow, which is a liquid simulation program. And basically I put an emitter. I used that 3D model of the pipe, and I brought it into RealFlow, and I put a particle emitter in the back of it. And I think at the end I was close to like 10 million, maybe 15 million particles shooting out of there with some variance to make it look turbulent. And the render took a very long time. And it was also done with Cinema 4D and Redshift to render, because that's actually a transparent material that's being reflected back with some subsurface scattering to make it look like that.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, Taika?
Takamuna?
I don't know. I'm so sorry. Yeah. But thank you. That's so nice of you. Thank you for watching. So there was another good question. Oh, that was if this goes to series, would be a YouTube Red. Well, also, it's called YouTube Premium now.
Yeah.
Don't you know? So there's YouTube Premium, there's YouTube Original. This is a YouTube Original, which means that it's free. YouTube Premium is what you have to pay a subscription for. That's for like Minefield, things like that, Cobra Kai. So YouTube Original is free to watch. So if it does well, it would be a YouTube Original, which means it'd be free.
Free.
Anyone can watch it, which is awesome. So then that's basically... this one. So this line here. Oh, that wasn't too bad. That was just recorded afterwards. I was like, you know what? We could actually emphasize this a little bit. Because originally it was just that big splash.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's kind of funnier if we have that little splash.
Right.
I add a little bit of like voiceover, and then we have this giant splash that Eric created. It kind of emphasizes a little bit more.
And that water splash is actually practical. That's real water hitting the ground.
Yeah, do you want to... So that was like milky water, right?
Yeah, it was milky water that I dumped onto a big black floor. Because creating that amount of water in RealFlow would have not been practical. So that's actually real water just comped in to make it look much bigger.
So that's kind of it, I think. Yeah. Oh, just as Henry, how have I been dealing with cancer? I've been dealing with it great. Because you can't really do anything about it. But no, for the past almost 2 years now, it's been in remission. So that's good. I'll go in for... I used to do scans every month, then every 3 months, then every 6 months, and now I do it once a year. So my next one's in December.
Is it December?
Yeah. So I'll do the whole shebang. Contrast, PET, MRI, X-ray, everything. But as of right now, I feel good. Oh, thank you, 1320 Technologies. I feel healthy. I feel fine. Smash that comment button. Share that bell. Like yourself, because you're great. Okay, I think that's all I kind of had. Well, let's just answer a few questions from the audience. Here's Fajita, by the way. Hey, sweetie bear. Hey, sweetie. This is Fajita. He's a cutie, and this is Barry.
I've been wrangling these two dogs
That's Eric's dog. So yeah, before we leave, are there any last-minute questions you guys have? Because being in the sun turns out to be very hot.
It's very warm. I'm very hot.
Hey, buddy.
Awesome outro.
Thank you. How about my hairstyle? Well, right now I'm growing it out again because my hope is that if this goes to series, then I'll get to do more cool stuff with my hair. Come on, Fajita, let's get down. Let's get down.
Just here for the dogs, apparently. Why is he called Fajita?
Which directors do I pull inspiration from? Oh, sorry, there's so many comments. I'm going to miss a lot of them. I apologize. My favorite directors are Park Chan-wook, David Fincher, Steven Spielberg, of course.
Well, now Spielberg
I think he's still got it. Who else do I really like? Old Darren Aronofsky I like.
He'll come back. We have faith.
Who else? I know Fajita. He'll let you outside in a little bit. Okay, buddy? Okay, buddy? What about you, Eric?
I mean, you pretty much just named most of my favorites.
What else we got? What is the most complicated shot?
In that episode?
Yeah.
I guess it depends on which one you're talking about.
Which one to film, not to do post on.
The explosions.
Yeah, the explosions.
It took half a day, or almost, more than half a day to do all the explosion shots. Because there was a lot of safety involved. That was definitely the hardest.
Oh. Shivan. Whoa! Fajita. Hello from Amman. Hello! Do I plan on doing any low budget ones? I mean, if this... Stop it, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. If this series gets picked up, no. I only want to make things like this. If it doesn't, then I'll have to go back to making lower budget ones, I guess. But such is life. I mean, at least I still get to make videos, but I hope I still get to do these. Greetings from Germany. Hello there. Was the safety stuff expensive? Yes.
Yeah.
Safety is expensive not only because we had like plexiglass barriers, but also you have to have people like safety people, fire department, medics, all that stuff. Yeah. Okay. We're going to do 2 more questions. 2 more.
Oh, they're really flying in.
And I'm sorry that my... Are you a dog person? Fajita, come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Don't bark.
Can't you tell?
Don't bark,
Can't you hear it?
I am. What do you think of director Edgar Wright? I love Edgar Wright.
Yeah, Edgar Wright's great.
He actually is a big inspiration for me. I love the way... Because he's actually reminds me a lot... Fajita, stop it, buddy. He reminds me a lot of Park Chan-wook. Where it seems like when they write the videos, they know exactly how it's going to be filmed and edited. So everything feels seamless. Like every cut... Yeah. Has a purpose. There's a motivation behind it.
And you can tell it was like planned. It wasn't just like, oh, how do we do this? Like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, one last question. Eric, do you want to pick it?
It's a question. Do you like Shane Dawson? What film school did you go to?
Come on, Eric.
There's so many of them. They're going so fast. Oh, Wes Anderson's great. Yeah. I saw CGI. Hold on, let me go back up.
Well, there was one about Octane versus another.
Oh, that's inside baseball. No one's going to know what I'm talking about. I missed it.
Did anyone get hurt during filming? That's a good one.
No.
No? Well, there was that one guy.
Oh, yeah, he dumped his bike.
Yeah, so there was actually 2 motorcycles. And if you watch the video again, you'll notice that, like, sometimes there's 1, sometimes there's 2. But they're never like really together. There was one guy who customized his bike, and the brake line got caught in, I guess, the ridges of his tire.
Yeah, because all those cars are custom made. All those dudes make those cars, and they're all pretty like jerry rigged together.
Yeah, so his brake line got caught in his tire and just automatically hit the brakes, and he flew off the bike. But he was fine. He just got some scratches, but he was a trooper.
There was 1 heat exhaustion.
Yeah, there was 1 heat exhaustion. Yeah, it was 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
It was a rough shoot.
But that's all I got. Again. I gotta let the dog out, but if you haven't yet, watch the video. We're really proud of it. I really hope you love it. Yeah. And if you did like it, please share it far and wide because it really is important to us. So thank you very much. Mm-hmm. I love you. And as always, thanks for watching.